fine. I'm down. I can't see. Need to go.
Welcome everyone to the social van. Feeling Kyle sick of the bullshit. So here they are, reppin' C+, ready to turn every podcast to dust. So sit down and shut the fuck up, cause when in doubt, fuck your couch. Welcome everybody to the social vent. Yeah!
Ooh, it says Big Daddy is live. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? This is Big Daddy coming at you for C Plus Studios. And yes, this is the Social Vent Podcast. I'm Big Daddy, and today I'm solo. KMB, he got busy. Lots of stuff going on. He just a busy guy. Just busy just for no damn reason. Sometimes I wonder if he's just busy just because he doesn't want to do this shit. He wants to talk about but the Juggalo podcast and stuff like that. Now someone comes in the Juggalo podcast, and then he looks at me, and then I make a face. He cracks me. We give each other so much hell sometimes, but you know what though, it's just what we do. As you've seen in the past and heard in the past, we fuck with each other, but we do it all out of love when we bring the best out of each other. Speaking the best out of each other, guess what, folks? As always, we are brought to you by sorry, it's early in the morning and I'm having my coffee right now. So we're brought to you by Shudder.com. And I forgot to put the /. So if you go to Shudder.com/podcast, you get to enter this special promo code CPLUS. You enter that code into the special box and you get see, need more coffee. You get 30 free days on us, folks. You do. You get 30 free days on us. After that, it's $4.99 a month. And it's worth it. Shudder is good. It has all kinds of stuff on there. Like he says, for some reason, this is Billy Joe Bob. Yeah, Billy Joe Bob. He loves Billy Joe Bob. I like all the other crazy stuff that goes on there. I didn't realize there was that much horror going on. You know, I didn't realize it. And it's all some of it's like B horror and stuff like that cheesy horror. But there's some stuff on there that, man. I gotta watch in the daytime, or if I watch it like the average chicken shit with horror and stuff like that, I gotta go watch some Snoopy or something afterwards. I watch some cartoons, boy. I gotta get that shit. I gotta get that shit out of me. Obviously, because I live here alone, and there's the room I'm in right now is where we usually come podcast, and boy, after I watch something scary, I'm not gonna lie, I will leave the damn light on. I don't care. Talk about me all you want to. Big Daddy, you're chicken shit. When right across the street, folks, is a cemetery. Now, call me chicken shit. It's okay. No, I'm a little bit of chicken shit like that because your mind starts playing tricks on you. Yes, this is my big Santa size me. I know it's a Christmas cup, but you know what? This is like 16 ounces. Actually, I'm wrong. This is 20 ounces of fucking goodness. This coffee right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. Black. Like my ass. No. I'm tanned right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tan. I'm one of them light-skinned brothers, so don't make fun of me. Again, Shudder.com/podcast. I should have put that on there. Special promo code C+CPLUS in the box. 30 free days on us. $5 to make you holler after that. And good morning. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm trying my best, but you know what though? I should have done this earlier, but I wasn't feeling it. I'm not gonna lie. Big Daddy was a little bit on that, you know. Had a few drinks. But see, since going vegan though, I ain't gonna lie, my tolerance for alcohol, but then again, some shit happened last year. Okay, I was on probation. Yeah, I was on probation. I couldn't drink, which was a good thing for me. And my tolerance right now for alcohol, now that I've gone vegan, I'm eating better, eating a hell of a lot cleaner. Woo, boy, I sometimes, not gonna lie, I smell alcohol, depending on what it is, and either my stomach will flip, or I'm just like, No, it don't smell right. It doesn't smell right anymore. Alcohol does not just. It doesn't smell right. It's crazy. So, good morning again. There's just a few Q&A questions, folks. This is going to be kind of a short podcast because can be. He said he wants to participate later on. He wants to throw some stuff in. So okay, I'll throw some stuff in. Big head boy. I always get asked questions. And if you ever see me on Facebook Live, yes, I answer all questions. Even on Instagram, I go on there and answer, just random questions. And this is the one that, for some reason, this one really popped out at me. So, Big Daddy, if you could turn back time and talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell him? A lot. First of all, I would tell him, hey, you know what? Everything's going to be all right. Thank you for towing the line. You held the line for years. Thank you for that. And he'll probably look at me like, the fuck are you? Who are you? Oh shit! Because he's gonna see me with the shaved head. I still had hair back then, even though it was I kept it real close. I got the clippers and I had my head just like the real close shave. I don't shave it like I do now, so he'd probably look at me. And I had the porn stash. What it was with the porn stash back then, I have no fucking clue. I did have a porn stash. Big Daddy had the porn stashes right across right there. Fuzzy hair. Anyway, I would tell my 18-year-old self, thank you for towing the line. Life is not fair. Get that? I would tell him, you already know this. Life is not fair. Trust your instincts. When you second guess yourself is when you get into trouble. Because I've always had good instincts, and I do. When I second guess myself, I get into trouble. It's fucking ridiculous. And don't worry about. Someone said, Phil, your goddamn glasses are crooked. Yes, I know, folks. I need goddamn contacts. Look at that shit. Anyway, 18-year-old Phil will also be told, get good with your money. Learn about money. Listen to that lesson that your grandpa was trying to tell you about money. Don't save it, invest it. My grandpa back then was even telling me, don't save your money, invest it. Yeah, grandpa, you don't know shit. No, you know what? He did know a lot. I didn't listen. And guess what? Big Daddy paying for it now. So these lessons I give myself, telling 18-year-old Phil, please listen. If you're a young listener, please listen. Do invest your money. I would tell him to invest your money, invest heavily. The old ways of getting a job, going to school, start your career afterwards, work yourself to the bone until you get old. Then you can enjoy your life. Don't do that. Enjoy it now. Enjoy what you can. Most of all, open yourself up to love. Sure, back then we were entering the crack cocaine era, and that destroyed lives. It destroyed neighborhoods. I participated in that bullshit. I would tell 18-year-old Philip, don't you do it. Stick with your plan. Become a writer. Get out of Flagstaff. It's okay. Anyone who gets in your way, run them the fuck over. This is your life. Please leave. But you have to come back. You have to come back at the age of 23. You have to find a certain person. Okay. You have to find a certain person. You're going to have to put up with this person's bullshit just so you can have your life-saving gift ever. Yes, I would tell 18-year-old Philip to come back and be with his first wife just so we could have our son, my greatest treasure, my lifesaver. Because he is. My son was my lifesaver. They say there's always a difference between a father and a dad. There's no difference. It's all in the heart. And my son is my heart. And I would tell 18-year-old Philip, yes, come back so you can be with this girl, despite all the bullshit she's going to put you through, despite the bullshit. Okay, despite all the bullshit you put each other through, I'm going to own my shit. I put her through some shit too, okay? I was young back then, and hey, I did my dirt too. Big Daddy ain't innocent. So I would tell him to come back and do that. I would tell him, so invest, come back and create Anthony, Get out of Flagstaff. Do become a writer. Stick to the course. That's why I would tell them, stay the course. Listen to your heart. Listen to your instincts. Because when I don't listen to my instincts, folks, I'm not going to lie, I do get in trouble. And I just did something recently that I didn't listen to my instincts. My gut instincts were telling me, please don't fucking do this. And I did it anyway. And now I'm paying for it, but it's clearing up. So, and that was taking the damn shot. I took one Moderna shot. Me being the massage therapist, I ain't gonna lie, my energy felt like it just went boom, cut in half, or just disappeared completely. Trying to give people massages when your head's all fuzzy. So if there's any fellow massage therapists out there, please. woo, shit. How did it feel? It felt like you got so goddamn high that you just wanted to sleep. It felt like that for 7 damn days. It was bad. So I would tell 18-year-old Philip, stay on your house. That's one thing I always did. 18-year-old Philip during that time, I was powerlifting, folks. I got a picture somewhere I have to show y'all. I was powerlifting at 18 years old. I was huge. When I say Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, as big as he is now, didn't have shit on me. I could say that with all honesty. He didn't have shit on me. I was huge. And yeah, 18-year-old Tank Phillip, goddamn. People were scared. And I didn't want people to be scared of me. They were scared of me until they came up and finally talked to me. And they were just like, oh, you're actually a nice guy. And then, of course, I go, so that freaked him out. I would tell 18-year-old Philip too, don't be careful with women. There's a lesson to be learned with all women. There's a lesson to be learned with all people. Look at the lesson. Pay attention to the lesson. Do become a bouncer, because those were my greatest lessons in emotional intelligence. Do become a bodyguard like you were for a little bit. And during that time when I was 18, yes, I was still doing bounty hunting. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Big Daddy was a bounty hunter. Not Dog, the bounty hunter type. Fuck him. He's going to fucking hurt somebody. I'm surprised he didn't hurt any of his damn family. The shit that he does, no, I didn't know. No. I wasn't that type. I was a different type. But we'll go into that sometime down the road later. Those are fun, interesting stories. So that's what I would tell 18-year-old Philip. Yeah, I know I kind of went off on a little bit of tangent, but yeah, that's what I would tell him. What would you do, folks? For those listening, if you could turn back time, answer yourself this question. If you could talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell him? And take that lesson. What you would tell your 18-year-old Philip. Don't tell your 18-year-old Philip. You tell your 18-year-old self. Unless your name is Philip too. What would you tell your 18-year-old self? And I just realized everything what I would tell my 18-year-old self. Apply that shit now. Boy, I tell you, talking with y'all, man, I solved my own shit. Thank you. Mwah! Sexy motherfuckers, you. Yes, I called y'all sexy motherfuckers. All right. I love this one. I might go on the big old tangent on this one. This one is, Big Daddy, what's your comic book origin story? My comic book origin story goes back to 9 years old, playing Little League Baseball for the Astros. Me and my homeboy Pedro, we had just got through kicking ass. We had just both hit home runs, and every time we hit a home run, the coach told us, okay, whoever hits a home run, you get a banana split and up at Dairy Queen, which Dairy Queen was just right around the corner. So that day, me and Pedro killed it. We had 4 home runs each. And yes, to my old former coach, you still owe us. Matter of fact, you still owe me 6. Your cheap ass. Boy, yes, folks, he still owes me to this day. He owes me and Pedro. He owes all of us a whole bunch more banana splits. But anyway, well, I can't eat them because I'm vegan now. Afterwards, after we went to Dairy Queen, he said, hey, come to my house. Let me show you something real quick. I said, okay, cool. Go to his house. And he had a wall. He had a wall and a shelf. Nothing, I mean nothing but comic books. First one I grabbed off the shelf is the old school. It was like, what was this? 1980? Was it 83? It was 83. And a comic book had just come out by Marvel. It was a Marvel comic book. The official handbook guide to the Marvel universe. And I looked on the cover and I seen some characters never seen before. I mean, no, I'm used to seeing Hulk, Captain America, and Spider-Man. So I grabbed this one. It was it said W through Z. And I opened it and it plopped right open to a character called Wolverine. I said, what kind of damn hero is this? Excuse me. I don't read his story. I go straight to the powers. And I looked at his height and everything, 5'3". I'm like, damn, this is a short old dude. Then I looked at his weight, 295 pounds. Okay, why in the hell is he so heavy? So I started reading his powers. My first discovery of a mutant, and my first discovery of, a scientific term, how they break down, how Marvel broke down their heroes and stuff like that in scientific terms, stuff my geeky brain during that time was understanding. And I was like, all right, this is cool. He could heal fast. He had heightened senses. And I was like, wait, what's his story? So I read his story and I was like, ooh. And right next to him was Wonder Man. I was like, what can he do? He's 6'2", looks like an old ass man. He has class 100 strength. I'm like, what the hell is class 100 strength? Meaning he could lift 100 tons and more. He was damn near invulnerable. He had diamond hard skin. He went toe to toe with the Avengers. And I was like, well, who the fuck are the Avengers? Yes, I was that done with comic books. So he gave me a stack. He said, go home and read this, but please bring it back. I brought them all back, but 2. Okay. I brought them all back, but 2. And that was X-Men Volume 1, issues 172 and 173. And in those issues was supposed to be the marriage of Wolverine to Mariko. And that was just, those issues just came hot off the heels of the Wolverine Limited series, which I later borrowed from someone else. I still have them. So I read issues 172 and 173. This other guy had a Wolverine series. I said, can I borrow these? He said, yeah. So I read the whole series and I was like, and I got hooked. I got hooked on comics after that. I loved the stories. I loved everything, but there was a huge difference between, and I did read some DC comics too, because in some of those issues were some DC comics, but there was something about Marvel that just really appealed to me more. And a lot of folks will argue, oh, well, DC's better. I don't give a fuck who's better. I'm telling you what appealed to me, and that was the realness of Marvel comics. I knew where New York was. I knew where Brooklyn was. And the only thing that came across my mind, even to this day, is how in the hell did all these things be going on in New York? How was New York in general not leveled? Because Avengers would be fighting some big old threat. X-Men will come in and fight some big old threat. Another part of the city, here's Spider-Man fighting something else across the damn city. Why is New York not leveled? Why is it not just completely destroyed? And with DC Comics, I can't remember the first issues I remember reading of DC Comics. Actually, the first comic book I remember reading of Batman, it was Detective Comics. I don't remember the issue, but in it was Batman, and he teamed up with someone called the Phantom Stranger, who I really know. I love that character to this day because he is such a damn mystery. Even though they tried to explain his origin several times, no one knows who the damn Phantom Stranger is, and they were together. And that was cool. It was a very cool detective story, and that's what got my mind real. Because I was during that time too. I thought it was Encyclopedia Brown. I was the half breed Encyclopedia Brown. I would go around my house trying to find clues to every damn thing. I still do it to this day. When I lose shit in my house, oh yeah, I left it here. Back trace steps, and I hear the dun 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 in my head. I'm like, boy, come on now. So after that day, I started collecting those comic books. Jump forward a couple years, hip hop came in, and that's when I would really crack up because LL Cool J, Then pre-gangsta, Ice-T. Who else? Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Melly Mel. Cool Modi. Yeah, Cool Modi is old school, folks. He may not look it. Cool Modi still looks the same as he did when he first started out. I swear that man has not aged. The real Roxanne Shante, Fat Boys, Full Force. They would all make comic book references in their raps. Boy, it was fun. It was like, yeah, do this. Couldn't find out they're all a bunch of big old comic book readers too, man. Especially after hearing Marvel Method featuring Method Man, that podcast, season 1. Do go check it out, because if you really want to hear some cool stories about hip hop, comic books and stuff like that, fellow comic book geeks, boy, you will love that show, Marvel Method featuring Method Man. He has different guests on there. When he had Killer Mike on there, and the guest on that one, the surprise guest also was Chris Claremont, who by and large is my favorite writer of all times. I'm his number one fan, even though Method and Killer Mike, so we're your number one fans. Fuck no, you're not. I'm his number one fan. Shit, I have every comic book of his, even the novels that he wrote. Can't top this, boy. Anyway, I started reading more comic books. My vocabulary improved. I like the art, but for some reason, the lettering was what always captured me. Because I was, when you're doing graffiti, I was a very fledgling graffiti artist, and a lot of it has letters, some crazy letters, only you can understand. So I got into the lettering part. I learned how to letter. I found out what a French circle was, French curve, quill cover, all that stuff, lamination. All that stuff. I learned how to ink. I learned what different inks do, what different letters. India ink number 5 or number 10. If you want if you want thicker letters, if you want really stand out bold, India ink number 10. If you want just regular standard letters, like in the circle boxes, number 5. Lesson for you guys today. And then I was all ready to start my lettering career as part of my comic book origin story. And then out comes computer lettering. I was pissed because I was like, I gotta fucking learn something new all over again. And that was Rich Starking's ass who did that, who really mainstreamed it. And I was like, okay, after reading the interview of why he did it, why he went to computer lettering, because it was going to be the thing. Faster production. He saw it. It's a tool. God damn it, folks. See my damn glass. Don't laugh at me. So he just said it was a tool. And all this was part of me wanting to be in comic books as part of my comic book origin story. And all the stories I've read over the years, even though the Comics Code Authority, which was like the censorship of the comic books during that time, comparing comic books now to what they're saying, as opposed then, comic books back then, when Jim Shooter was editor-in-chief, and when Paul Levitz was editor-in-chief over at DC Comics, and when Jim Shooter was editor-in-chief at Marvel, they were more bold, more daring. There were more, the stories were more on point. They told a story. They told stories. You knew what the heroes were about. I know everyone wants representation nowadays. As we spoke about in our last podcast, everyone wants representation. I can't get into these comic books nowadays because I'm tired of them changing the damn origin story. You don't know who in the fuck is gay anymore. You know who in the fuck is something or other, or it's something. I've lost track. I really have lost track about who is what nowadays. And when I try to read it, and when I seen it's almost like how, folks feel how come they're making this character black or Mexican, and all of a sudden, why can't they just leave him alone? Sometimes I wonder the same thing. Start new journeys, start new stories, create new characters, because that's what it's supposed to be about. It's about creation. Comic books are about creation. Comic books are for the dreamers. Dreamers to me are people who are in comic books. They write stories, they create the music, they, we're supposed to live our lives, literally on a different whole damn grid. And I don't know, I guess I'm to my fellow comic book geeks and my music artists, stuff like that. I'm protective of y'all. I am, because this is our own little tribe. When we hear something, it's like with the whole Wall Street thing earlier this year, with the investments and stuff like that, AMC and GameStop, investors are like, what? Who are they to get into our world? I feel the same way about our little dreamer geek shit. I really do. I'm protective of my fellow misfits. I am protective of y'all, because y'all have your own comic book origin story, and you busted your ass to get in there, didn't you? You busted your ass. You put in the work and stuff like that. But this is a big piece of the pie that we all got to share. It is. We may not want to. We may not want to. We want to be stingy with our little world, but at the same time, the more people that get into our world who want to experience it, but honor it, then it's all good. When we get in outsiders, don't we get tribal really fucking fast? I mean, I know I do. I get tribal as shit real quick. Oh, they can't do this on the comic books. For instance, remember the Spider-Woman comic book when the artist had her like upside down damn near and her ass was sticking on the air and cheeks all spread, and that mom went on a fucking tirade. The kind of shit is this? And the artist took down the cover and he apologized. I'm like, dude, come on. This is our shit. This is for us. We understand what you're trying to do. There's always going to be some kind of TNA in fucking comic books, man. There always is. People say, well, damn, but she's only wearing up Hispanic. Well, no, but she's practically naked. They just draw that shit over her. They just draw it on her. I am. It's almost like, we're all the Undertaker from WWE. Undertaker was the gatekeeper for WWE for years. Each and every one of us in our niche, music, books, comic books, whatever kind of nerdy, fun, geek stuff that we do, each of us is our own gatekeeper. And we don't like it when motherfuckers come in and just try to bulldog us. No, especially video games. Hillary Clinton, you still failed. Some of y'all gonna be like, what is he talking about? Go back and look at that. It was Grand Theft Auto. Correct me if I'm wrong, too, folks. It was either Grand Theft Auto 4 or 5, where Hillary, I remember what it was. That damn boy was trying to relive the comic book life, the video game life, when you were able to grab shotguns and just go haywire. That damn kid who was in his neighborhood with that damn shotgun, remember shooting at cars passing by? Yeah, folks, go look at it. Go Google it. That stupid ass kid. He almost ruined it. He almost ruined it for all of us, man. But Hillary, you still failed. Or did you? Some of these video games have calmed down nowadays. Tell me your comic book origin story, folks. Seriously, I would love to hear. I love hearing stories about these, man. I am working on a new series where I want to talk about comic books and music, because they go hand in hand. I fucking love it. This is good stuff. It really is. And the more stories that we hear about these, the more content that we have for everybody, and the more content we have for everybody, the more fun we have. Cool. Let me see. Can B ask me a question? I'm going to answer one more question, okay? Because sometimes we still have to go to work. That dreaded W. It's like someone cussing at us, huh? But I hope y'all are doing good. I hope y'all staying up, and I hope y'all are doing fine. Oh, new animated Batman, Superman. Here, I'm gonna make a quick banner for y'all, okay? It's the new Batman and Superman animated series that are going to be rolling out soon from DC Animation. And I don't know, I just love playing with this. Animated. Boom. And guess what, folks? There we go. Batman Superman animated series. So DC Comics is coming out with new whole separate animated series. Batman is going to be in the same vein. Well, Bruce Timm is on the project for both of them, so that's a good damn thing. Batman is going to be in the same vein of what it used to be when it first started the animated series, but whole new animation techniques, whole new stories. It's going to pick up with some memorable characters, but this is a chance for him to expand on the animated series. Same universe, okay? Same universe, but it's going to be expanded. We're going to probably see, I don't know, I would like to see my favorite Killer Croc. Killer Croc has always been one of my favorite Batman villains, just because he's this brutal. Batman always has a hard time against him sometimes, but then there's sometimes it depends on what iteration, like in the comic book series, how he was almost human, dressed in a white suit, and he was methodical, and it threw Bruce off because Bruce didn't know what to do with his ass. And I was like, he got your number, bitch. And of course, Batman still won, but there was a price. Go back and find those issues, folks. Maybe we'll see Red Hood. We'll probably see some other new characters. We'll see the new Batgirl. We'll see the new Batwoman. We'll see maybe some. They did hint at some crossovers. So the Superman animated series picks up where the other one left off too. Produced by Bruce Timm, it's going to have the same new animation techniques, new upgrades, and all that good stuff. And I can't wait. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hella fun. Maybe we'll see the new Superman origin up in there. The one, well. I can't even talk about that. The one that Brian Michael Bendis did, how Krypton was actually destroyed. We'll see. That story still kind of has me for a loop. Maybe we'll see. Because Bruce Timm, he likes doing crazy things with his story animation. Maybe we'll see a future show of Dark Knight Returns, old school, Dark Knight, when, Bruce is all 55, 56 years old, pissed off and trying to still do the damn thing, and his bones are creaking and everything. Oh yeah, that'd be fun to see too. Maybe we'll see different version of Superman. We'll see more still, maybe some Black Adam, some Shazam. I still can't help but call him Captain Marvel, because I grew up calling him Captain Marvel, but now it's Shazam. DC lost that fight with that name, so that sucked. What else is going to be happening to Batman anime series? There's a hint of a couple more. The other Batman animated series rumor I've heard about was, if anyone saw Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, what happened at the end of that one. They totally fucked up. And they fucked up even more by sending Flash to reset the timeline again. I'm sorry, if I was Barry, I'd be like, nope. Enough's enough. Let's suffer. We fucked up. That's it. We fucked up. I can't keep doing this. There's rumors of that series picking up round 2. That series is going to be picking up again. It's going to be featuring, I guess, Flashpoint Part 2. I hope so. There was supposed to be the one of the stories I heard was that Superman Man of Tomorrow was supposed to be that new pickup. No, I don't know. I couldn't feel that one. I really couldn't. I couldn't feel that one. I watched it. If I'm feeling the animated series, like all the animated series, like from like Batman, Bad Blood, and all those, the Justice League, the Titans, I've watched those time and time again. I've watched this new Superman Man of Tomorrow once. Just not feeling it. Not feeling it. And yeah, I just really hope they do justice by this one. But then again, like I said, Bruce Timm is on it, so we will see. We will see. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this bad boy here, because I got to go to work. Nah, it's not a bad thing. Massage therapy is not a bad thing. It's just, I just got some needy ass. I got some needy ass clients. Everyone wants deep tissue. You don't need deep tissue. Well, I like it really hard and deep. And sometimes I just start thinking the wrong thing. And I hear myself because I still wear a mask at work, because we're not really out of the woods yet. And when they say that, I just get this big old I just get this big old smile. Oh, I really just, the deeper the better and stuff like that. I'm like, fucking cochino me. I'm like, God damn, Philip, come on now. It just I don't know, folks. That's just my nasty ass. When they start saying that stuff, because again, you don't need deep tissue all the time. Your body doesn't, because when I'm doing massage, if I'm in tune with the people, it's one thing to say, hey, I need this, but your body is telling me a different thing. Please don't go deep on this. We don't need that right now. So I'll warm them up, and then I'll slowly go into so hey guy, about that deep tissue. Yeah. Can I do my job? Will you allow me to do my job, please? I know what I'm doing. Well, we don't got that much time. Okay, I understand that. Will you allow me to do my job? So they allow me to do my job, and then they love it. Then they go up front. I don't want him no more because he didn't listen to me. I did listen to your stupid ass, but I listened to your body more. Pendejo. I swear to God. Anyway, folks, thank you for listening in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Hey, like I said, answer some of those questions. I want to hear your comic book origin story. I want to know what you would do if you went back and talked to your 18-year-old self, because I know the 18 years old was a rough time for many of us. It was hard. It was hard for me. We're learning. Back then we were trying to get our groove. If you're 18 now, sometimes you got to listen to those words, bruh or madam. Seriously, if your elders are telling you something, listen. We weren't just born adults. We went through a childhood too. And, sometimes I have to tell my son the same thing. Mijo, I just only do this to help you. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I know you want to find your own way, but sometimes you got to listen. You got to listen. You got to hear us out, because we're not telling you this because we're trying to tell you what to do. We're doing this because we love you. And that's the only reason why we do it to our younger generation. We just do it because we love you. If we could help you prevent some of the mistakes that we made, you will be over 50% ahead of the game, ahead of everybody else. So check your ego. Listen to us sometimes. I still listen. 49 years old. I'm still listening. I got to, because this shit's getting rough out here, man. It really is, especially when it concerns to your money. Boy. But that's a whole nother, maybe that'll be my next. I'll boot Ken B's ass off, and I'll make that a whole nother series, because yeah, I can't talk with him about this stuff, because he just goes, oh well, man. And then Big Pappy comes in, boy, goddamn, you don't fucking listen to what I'm saying, shit. What you, your big head ass? Oh, you hitting damn comic books and shit like that. You need to listen. You need to listen. Anyway, folks, I love you. And as always, this show was produced by Big Daddy and KMB. And though he wasn't here, he does the magic behind the scenes. He does the editing and all that good stuff. Throws the music in, because he's a selfish ass like that. He won't let me do it. So I'm just like, okay, go ahead and do your thing. I get to do this. That's right. And of course, as always, the graphics by Penta and Team B Products. The logo that you've seen, our opening show, stuff like that. His uncle. Let me see. This down, I swear, this webcam right there. See the little logo right there? That was done by his uncle. Cool, huh? I don't know. To me, it's time for an upgrade. We need a new logo and all that good stuff. We need some new stuff. You got to move when you do a podcast, folks. You got to stay ahead of the curve. That's what people always tell me. You got to stay ahead of the curve. Got to. So this has been the Big Daddy Forever Show. This episode, like and subscribe. Share it to your grandma, share it to your grandpa, share it to bum down at Walmart. And if he has moved on to Target, go bug his ass over there. And if he's not Target anymore, then that means he's stepped up and he's not homeless anymore. He's happily doing his damn thing. So as always, Big Daddy here with you. Don't fuck your couch, because that shit hurts. It's just another form of rug burn. Peace.